Welcome back. Still on arithmetic progression, we have a question in front of us that reads, an arithmetic progression is in the form 16, 22, 28, and so on up to 88. Find the number of terms of this linear sequence. So if you look at this arithmetic progression, you have the first term, the second term, the third term. It continues. Then we have a value here, 88. So this 88 tells you this is the end of the arithmetic progression. So it is the last term. Okay. Solution. The first term, A, is 16. How do we find the difference? The difference can be T2 minus T1. In that case, it will be 22 minus 16. In that case, 22 minus 16 is 6. So that's the difference. If you want, you can also say the difference is T3 minus T2. So that will be 28 minus 22. And still you will have 6. So that's the first term. That's the common difference. But then the last term, L, is 88. So using the last term is going to help us to know the number of terms of this sequence. That is n. Okay, we want to find n. So using the formula, T sub n is equal to A plus n minus 1 times the difference. The last term, that is going to be L, can also be A plus n minus 1 times the difference. So therefore, the last term is 88 is equal to A, which is the first term, is 16 plus n minus 1 times the difference, which is 6. So 88 is equal to 16 plus n times 6 is 6n, minus 1 times 6 is minus 6. Okay, so that will be 88 is equal to 16 minus 6 is 10 plus 6n. So 88 minus 10 is equal to 6n. Then what are we going to have? 88 minus 10 is 78. So 78 is equal to 6n. To find n, you divide both sides by 6. All right, so n will therefore be equal to 13. So which means there are 13 terms of this sequence. All right, so that is the answer for the question. The number of terms of this linear sequence is 13. We have 13 terms. That is, if you start counting from 16, then to 22, then to 28, up to 88, there are 13 terms. Okay? Another question here that reads, an arithmetic progression is in the form 14, 5, minus 4, minus 13. It continues up to minus 130. So we want to know the number of terms of this linear sequence. That is, we want to know n. From 14 to minus 130, how many terms do we have? Solution. The first term in the sequence is 14. The last term in the sequence is minus 130. So we can find the common difference, which is going to be T2 minus T1 if we like. So that is to say 5 minus 14, and 5 minus 14 is minus 9. So knowing this, we can be able to know the number of terms that we have in the sequence using the last term. So the formula for term is T sub n is equal to A plus n minus 1 times the difference. So because we are given the last term, you can just say L is equal to A plus n minus 1 times the difference, and the last term is minus 130. So this is equal to A, which is the first term, is 14, plus you have n minus 1 times the difference is minus 9. Okay, so that is minus 130 is equal to 14, then n times minus 9 is minus 9n, minus 1 times minus 9 is positive 9. So that is going to be minus 130 is equal to 14 plus 9 is 23 minus 9n. So we're going to have minus 130 minus 23 is equal to minus 9n. Minus 130 minus 23 is minus 153. This is equal to minus 9n. The negative signs cancels, so you're going to have 153 is equal to 9n. To make n the subject, you divide both sides by 9, and you're going to have n is equal to 153 divided by 9, and that is 17. So the number of terms of this sequence, that is from 14 to minus 130, is 17. Okay, you're going to have 17 terms in this sequence. We have another question here that reads, an arithmetic progression is in the form 14, 19, 24, 29, and so on. Find the nth term of this linear sequence. Solution: to find the nth term, all you need to know is the first term and the common difference. Then you substitute them in this formula. T sub n is equal to A plus n minus 1 times the difference. It will give you an equation. Okay, so that is all that they want you to do. So is the first term certain? The first term is 14. Can I know the common difference? Yes, it is going to be T2 minus T1 or T3 minus T2, however you like it. So let's say that's going to be 19 minus 14, and 19 minus 14 is 5. So I'm going to substitute this in the equation. T sub n is equal to A plus n minus 1 times the difference. That is going to be A is 14 plus n, we don't know, minus 1 times the difference is 5. So you're going to have 14 plus n times 5 is 5n, minus 1 times 5 is minus 5. So that is going to be 14 minus 5, which is 9, then plus 5n. So this is actually what they want you to do. Okay, you form an equation where you have n. Okay, that is what we call the n term. The importance of this equation is that it can be used to derive your terms. So if you substitute n is equal to 1 here, that is going to be 9 plus 5 times 1. What are you going to have? You're going to have 14. If you substitute 2, that's going to be 9 plus 5 into 2. You're going to have 19. If you substitute 9 plus 5 into 3, that is if n is equal to 3, you're going to have 24. If you substitute as 4, you're going to have 29. So 14, 19, 24, 29 is the same as your AP that is given to you. So the n term actually stands as an equation from which you can be able to derive your arithmetic progression. Okay? So moving on to our next question, it says an arithmetic progression is in the form 52, 45, 38, 31. Find the n term of this linear sequence. Solution. The first term of this sequence is 52. We can find the common difference d as, let's say, t3 minus t2. So that will be 38 minus 45, and 38 minus 45 is minus 7. Okay, let's now try to find the n term. So that will be t sub n is equal to a plus n minus 1 times the difference. So the first term is 52 plus n minus 1 times the difference is minus 7. So that's going to be 52 plus n times minus 7 is minus 7n. Then minus 1 times minus 7 is plus 7. So we're going to have 52 plus minus is going to be minus 7n, then plus 7. So that is 52 plus 7 is 59. So that's 59 minus 7n. And this will be the n term of this sequence. Okay, so to know if your answer is correct, just try to substitute different values for n, okay, as 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, to see if it will be similar to the AP that is given to you. We have another problem here that reads, the seventh term of an arithmetic progression is 56 and the 12th term is 86. Find the first term, the common difference, the 10th term, the sum of the first 12 terms. So this is a word problem regarding arithmetic progression. Solution. It says the seventh term, that will be T7, is 56, and the 12th term is 86. All right. This is the only information that is given to us. So what we have to do is we will try to form a simultaneous equation to be able to have the first term and the common difference. Okay. Now, for the seventh term, using t sub n is equal to a plus n minus 1 times the difference, the t7 will be a plus n will now be 7 minus 1 times the difference. Then t7 is equal to a plus 6d, because 7 minus 1 is 6. So what is the seventh term? Is 56. So 56 is equal to a plus 6d. This can serve as equation 1. All right. Then for the 12th term, using t sub n is equal to a plus n minus 1 times the difference. We are finding the 12th term, that will be t12 is equal to a plus 12 minus 1 times the difference. So the 12th term is equal to a plus 11d. Okay, but what is the 12th term? It is given in the question as 86. So that is 86 is equal to a plus 11d. Let this be equation 2. Okay. Now what we have to do is we can substitute equation 1 into equation 2 and we move on to have a and d. Okay. So from equation 1, which is 56 is equal to a plus 6d. If we want to make a the subject of the formula, we will say 56 minus 6d is equal to a. So therefore, a is equal to 56 minus 6d. So this, we can substitute this in equation 2. So substitute a is equal to 56 minus 6d of equation 1 into equation 2. So what is equation 2? Equation 2 is 86 is equal to a plus 11d. 86 is equal to, what is a of equation 1? Is 56 minus 6d, then plus 11d. All I did here is to substitute for a, which is 56 minus 6d. Moving on, 86 is equal to 56 minus 6d plus 11d. So we can say 86 minus 56 is equal to minus 6d plus 11d. 86 minus 56 is 30. This is equal to minus 6 plus 11 is positive 5. So that's 5d. To find d, we divide both sides by 5. Okay, so d is equal to 6. So what can I do to find a? I can use this equation to find a, which is the first term. So a is equal to 56 minus 6d. So therefore A is equal to 56 minus 6 into what is D? D is 6. So that is 56 minus 6 times 6 is 36. So A will be 56 minus 36, and that is 20. Okay? So we are able to find the first term and the common difference. So let's answer the question accordingly. Question 1. The first term is 20. Question 2. The common difference is 6. Is that right? Common difference is 6. Yes. So what is the third question? It says the 10th term. The third question wants us to find the 10th term. So the 10th term will be t sub n is equal to a plus n minus 1 times the difference. So the first term is 20 plus, we want to find the 10th term, so n will be 10 minus 1 times the difference is 6. So that will be 20 plus 9 multiplied by 6. So that will be 20 plus 9 times 6 is 54. So 20 plus 54 is 74. So it means the 10th term is 74. Moving to the final question, it says the sum of the first 12 terms. The sum of the first 12 terms. The formula we are supposed to use is S sub n is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times the difference. Okay? Because the first term and the difference is known. So we want to find the first 12 terms. So n will be 12, then over 2 into 2 times a is 20 plus n will be 12 minus 1 times the difference is 6. So 12 divided by 2 is 6 into 2 times 20 is 40 plus 12 minus 1 is 11, then multiply that by 6. So we're going to have 6 into 40 plus 11 times 6 is 66. So we're going to have 6 into 40 plus 66 is 106. So 6 times 106 is 636. That is the sum of the first 12 terms of this sequence. To our next question, it says the 8th term of an arithmetic progression is 22 and the 13th term is minus 18. Find the first term, the common difference, the 9th term, the sum of the first 14 terms. Solution. The 8th term, that is T8, is equal to 22 and the 13th term is equal to minus 18. This is the information that we have. So we can use these two to form a simultaneous equation and get our answers. For the 8th term, using t sub n is equal to a plus n minus 1 times the difference. The 8th term will be t8 is equal to a plus 8 minus 1 times the difference. So the 8th term is a plus 7d. Okay, that's the 8th term. And what is the 8th term? It is 22. So 22 is equal to a plus 7d. This can be called equation 1. Okay. So for the 13th term, using t sub n is equal to a plus n minus 1 times the difference. The 13th term, that is t13, will be a plus 13 minus 1 times the difference. So that is the t sub 13 is equal to a plus 12d. And what is the 13th term given in the question? It is minus 18. So minus 18 is equal to a plus 12d. You can call this equation 2. Okay. So what can I do next? I can find a if I want first, or I can find d depending on what I have substituted in the equation. So let's do it this way. I'm answering question 1 from equation 1, which is 22 is equal to a plus 7d. If a is the one that I want to find first, then I have to make d the subject of the formula. So we can say 22 minus a is equal to 7d. So to find d, you divide both sides by 7. So it means d is equal to 22 minus a all over 7. So we can say substitute the value of d of equation 1 into equation 2. So what is equation 2? Minus 18 is equal to a plus 12d. So I want to substitute d. That will be minus 18 is equal to a plus 12 into 22 minus a all over 7. So what will that be? That will be minus 18 is equal to a plus 12 into 22 minus a over 7. So to make this whole equation linear, I can multiply everything with 7 so that this equation can be linear. Okay, multiply the whole equation by 7. So that will be 7 times minus 18 is equal to 7 times a plus 7 times 12 into 22 minus a over 7. So when you do that, this 7 will cancel this 7. So 7 times minus 18 is minus 126 is equal to 7 times a is 7a plus 12 into 22 minus a. So that is minus 126 is equal to 7a plus 12 times 22 is 264. 12 times minus a is minus 12a. So that is minus 126 is equal to 7a minus 12a is going to be minus 5a, then plus 264. Then we can say minus 126 minus 264 is equal to minus 5a. Okay, with that we're collecting like terms. Minus 126 minus 264 is minus 390. This is equal to minus 5a. Minus will cancel minus. So 390 is equal to 5a. To make a the subject of the formula, you divide both sides by 5. So a is equal to 390 divided by 5. That is 78. So if a is 78, that answers the first question. We can move on to answer the second question, which is the common difference. But which equation can we use that we have formed? We said that d is equal to 22 minus a divided by 7. So using d is equal to 22 minus a divided by 7. So d will be 22 minus a is 78 divided by 7. So d will be 22 minus 78 is minus 56 all over 7. So d is equal to minus 56 divided by 7 is minus 8. So the common difference is minus 8. All right. So moving on to answer the third question, which is the ninth term. The third question wants us to find the ninth term. Using t sub n is equal to a plus n minus 1 times the difference. The ninth term will be t9 is equal to a. What is the first term? The first term is 78 plus n will be 9 minus 1 times the difference is minus 8. So the ninth term will be 78 plus 8 into minus 8. So that is 78. 8 times minus 8 is minus 64. So 78 minus 64 is 14. So it means the ninth term is 14. So what is the last question? The last question is the sum of the first 14 terms. Moving on to the last question, which is the sum of the first 14 terms. We have to use this formula. S sub n is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 times the difference. So the sum of the first 14 terms will be 14 over 2 into 2 times a is 78 plus n will be 14 because we are finding the sum of the first 14 terms minus 1 times the difference is minus 8. So 14 divided by 2 is 7 into 2 times 78 is 156 plus 14 minus 1 is 13. That should be multiplied by minus 8. So we're going to have 7 into 156 plus 13 times minus 8 is minus 104. So we're going to have 7 into 156 minus 104, because plus and minus will be minus. So 156 minus 104 is 52. So that will be 7 into 52. And what is 7 times 52? That is 364. So the sum of the first 14 terms is 364. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, like and share the video.